Hi, good morning. How's it going, Emily? See if you can hear me.
Yeah. There we go. Hi, it's good. How are you?
Good. Can you hear
I
me?
can. Can you hear me well?
Awesome. I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah.
I was just we're going from I'm on my iPad. I'm going to this.
I know.
So
I just got a new
the young.
phone and I'm like trying to figure it all out.
Oh goodness. Which one did you get?
It's
I'm jealous.
the Samsung S22 Ultra.
Those are
It's so
nice.
nice, and I'm so excited because the camera on it alone, I'm just like I want to photograph everything now.
I'm actually looking at the iPhone 14.
Nice. Oh, my friend just got it. She loves it.
She loves
Loves
it.
it.
What's the difference?
The camera. She's loving the camera on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting an iPhone 14 and doing some work from there, using that. I have the 12, even though I bought it last year, it's already obsolete.
It's the same with all these phones. They go obsolete so quickly now. I just anything I can go anywhere and do my work from the phone, I'm happy. So this one, like it's bigger than my old phone. I can literally do my whole job off of it, so I'm happy.
Wow. I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, Terry.
Good morning. I'm just giving you a heads up. Nobody else is on yet, right?
No.
No,
Okay.
this is an impromptu one, which is
I won't be able to stay on the call, but I'll keep my presence on the call. But I've got a house full of people, but I'm doing the meditation.
okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. No, I'm waiting for Marisha to show up. She's a DM me and asked me about it, and so I just sent it to her. And we have Rex in this space. Hi, Rex. How are you? And so today's is just like impromptu. I messed up on the schedule. I thought it was Michelle was today. I just looked at it, glanced at it, got excited because it was her. Started
Right.
making the content. Uh, I was excited. I was like, oh, it's modern Pokemon.
I know. And then I said to her, I'm like, I'm so excited to talk to you on Monday. She's like, next Monday. I was like, no, tomorrow. She was like, nope. So all good. She's excited though to
Yeah.
be on next week.
Yeah. Oh, so she's on next week. And then after that, we need people, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What we're doing is we have to we know we have people. We have to just got to send them the calendar because if we start getting people and then not following the calendar, there she is. Then it's going to confuse me.
Where is there a calendar for me to look at so I know what's
Yeah, well, it's
available?
Calendly.
Oh, Calendly. Okay.
Yeah, that one's connected to our Google.
Okay.
Hello.
So that's not, you don't need to send me the Calendly calendar, correct?
No, because I'll tell you offline because it's calendly.com/AWCSF is our calendar.
Oh, okay.
So, but hi, how are you? Marisha, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Tonya?
Oh, I'm so excited to chat with you. It's so funny. She's in Boca. She's going to be performing in Boca. And I have here with me is Emily, who is our communication director, and our VP, Terry Michael.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hi.
So before we start our conversation, let's start our Monday off with our incredible Terry's breathing mindfulness exercise that I definitely need before the day starts.
All
The-
right.
so the mic is yours, Terry.
Thank you, Tanya. Welcome, everyone, wherever you are in your home or business, if you're sitting or standing or even laying down. Just close your eyes, be still. Take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Another deep breath in, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. With your eyes still closed, relax your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Let your shoulders drop. Visualize stress going down your arms and out through your fingertips so your upper body is completely relaxed. Let go of your chest, torso, hips. Visualize the stress going down your legs, out through your toes, and your whole body's completely relaxed. Gently breathing now in and out through your nose. And all I want you to visualize at this time is the air going in and out through your nose. Any thoughts that come through your mind, allow them to just float away like clouds in the sky. Gently breathing in and out through your nose. And let's close with one more deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And I'd like to also close with a particular book that really kind of like started me down the path of self-nurturing. It was recommended by a therapist years ago, and you all probably know about it, but in case you don't, it's called The 4 Agreements. And I happen to always have an extra book to give to somebody that I'm friends with, because I want to hang out with people that do the 4 agreements. So the first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best. Namaste. May the divine in me honor the divine in you. Thank you all.
That was really good. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you for sharing that. I love that.
Good. You're welcome.
So, welcome everybody. This is our Monday, Empower Yourself Monday, and we are the Association for Women in Communication, the South Florida chapter. Our national chapter was founded in 1909. We are thrilled to be part with a long-standing, historic women empowerment organization. So, when you think about empowerment, think about the Association for Women in Communication. So, as the South Florida chapter, we come together to empower others, and because of what the pandemic, we really have embraced Twitter Spaces and social audio. So again, next week would be our we have a guest for next Monday. So today's space is going to be just find out more, what's your empowerment story, so that we can chat with you and then have you come back and spend an hour with us to talk about your journey and what empowered you. So I wanted to say hi, and I want to say hello to my communication director, Emily. We were just talking about new phones. So I feel like I have to get a new phone now, Emily.
I mean, I highly suggest it. I'm loving mine. So.
Well, I mean, I think with the cellular phone gives us empowerment, doesn't it? Because it was able to get us out away from the computer, and we're like allowed to move and create content and create a business.
Absolutely. I mean, we work from home and we're a fully virtual firm. So my two options are either to see the same 4 walls all day, every day working from home, or be able to get mobile. And as I said, I can do everything off this new phone. And now we can pretty much be anywhere and do the same level of work that we do from home. So I'm excited. Definitely empowered.
Yeah, I that's why I think the sky's the limit. We can do anything. But what I love to hear is people's stories, where they came from, how they got here, and what they're doing today. So I wanted to bring up to the stage Marisha, who is someone that she followed me. I follow her back. She reached out to me, and then turns out she's in South Florida. She's performing, but she was doing a VR concert in Germany. So I just thought, my God, you're like perfect. We need to talk to you because we Women Communication, the South Florida chapter, we've been talking about VR for a long time. I think our uh, Donna Lawrence was my co-president at one time, and she was really into it. So to meet someone else that just randomly talked to me, I was so excited about it. So, Marisha, thank you for joining us. And how are you this morning?
Hi. Well, thank you so much for having me here. I'm very curious to hear everyone's empowerment stories. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm gonna have a week of band rehearsals before my show on Saturday in Crazy Uncle Mike's in Boca. And yeah, a lot going on. So I'm excited to be here for a little pause to talk to all of you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, like you told me you were overseas doing VR during the pandemic. How exciting is that? Because, I mean, I think before the pandemic, I was very much into it, but it was very a small community. Hardly any women that were really into it. And even the developers were most at the time were like my first glasses I put on was 2015. And and at the time when I put it on, I got it from the guys who are the first ones who get the Sony. I think it was Sony that the glasses. So they were telling me, yeah, there's no women in this field. And then now here we are. It's just 7 years later. I see a lot of different women are getting involved, but just as a performer, how was that like that for you? And when did you start performing?
When did I start performing? Well, I started music when I was about 11. I started singing and playing guitar. So I started performing at my school shortly after that because that was the first space that was available to me. Just, in the big cafeteria, I would sing in front of everyone whenever I got the chance. But speaking of VR, my first contact with that was actually I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and they actually made these booths where you can put on VR goggles and have a VR experience. And there were also students doing music and soundscaping for VR. So that was my first contact with that, and I always found it very fascinating. And then I was living in Berlin, Germany during the pandemic, and I got a gig. Yabal Studios reached out to me, and they said they're basically they were a startup VR company, and they were doing really amazing things already. Like the whole program that they had developed, they did it from scratch, and they had the full bodysuit and the whole program for doing a whole show. So I did that with them. I was one of their first artists. I think I was the third. And we did a whole show live with me dancing in that full bodysuit. And that was my first hands-on experience being in the VR, my own VR world. So I want to continue to do more of that. That would be really cool to see also how the technology keeps growing.
I think it's growing quite a bit, especially now with the VR is awesome. But then, have you been looking into the AR like Spatio? They're doing a lot of concert there, Metaverse.
Um, yeah, I mean, I've heard of it, but I haven't really been looking into it at the moment.
Yeah, you're busy doing your in real life stuff, so
Yeah,
you're like, I don't
because
have time for this.
because the pandemic was all virtual, so now I really wanted to break out into the real world again. So that's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like when you're stuck in one, like we're looking at coming back and doing our in person because we used to do it like twice a month actually. But I feel like now people are starting getting out and stuff. So Emily, you're traveling quite a bit, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We're traveling a lot these days. And that started earlier this year, and it doesn't seem to be letting up through the end of the year. So I feel like things are definitely getting back to normal on that. And the event world is 100% back to where it was pre-pandemic, at least for us in our business.
So so Marisha, have you performed anywhere else in Boca?
Not in Boca, but around this area, I have performed. I performed at Swampgrass Willie's, some other places.
My
But my
friends saw you at Crazy Uncle Mike's. They said you were awesome.
oh, but I'm about to play Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Oh, maybe she was saying she's going to see you. I don't know. She was saying she said you're
Um,
awesome. I said you were going to be on the show today, and she's like, "Oh, I know her. Like she's
oh,
awesome." And then she mentioned Crazy Uncle Mike's.
oh yeah, that's my upcoming show on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
we'll have to go check. Tanya, you maybe want to go?
Yeah, that's why I was like, you gotta come on this space so we can talk to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like I was so excited because I have some friends who have seen you perform. They are big fans.
that's awesome. Yeah, I just remembered I also some years ago I performed at the Misner Amphitheater, and that's in Boca. So I
Who
guess
did you perform with? You mentioned some names to me. You
yeah,
mind me?
it was the No Snowball Festival. I opened for Adam Lambert and Third Eye Blind, so that was a really big deal for me.
That's
That was
amazing.
huge.
Yeah, and yeah, so that was a big audience, and I just rocked out. Um, yeah, I love to be on stage. That's one of the places where I feel like I have to fully let go, because that's the job, and that's what I have to provide to the people. So it feels that feels really empowering to me to be on stage and do my thing.
Yeah, I was talking to someone about like, because I think the Japanese did it when they did a lot of holograms, and I think there's a couple of performers that did it. But it'd be kind of cool to do a hologram to perform live, but yet have a hologram everywhere of you
Yeah,
performing.
like Michael Jackson had.
I think Tupac had it too, didn't he? Didn't they do something for Tupac with the hologram machine?
Oh, I didn't see that, but probably.
Yeah, that's what someone was telling me. No, I had a friend that is like an inventor. He's like, so we saw this this ad for this in France for this lingerie company, but you didn't really see him. But it was just hologram on the windows, and it was in the way it was made. It was like really simple. So he was like thinking, well, why can't we just do that for an art gallery, or why can't we do that for? Because I have another friend. Her name is Tiffany LeBlanc. She's a performer also. And at the time, when we were talking about this was before, this is pre-pandemic. So we made like a little sample, and he made a little small model of it, and then we made like, so now he wrote it all up. So my other friend's gonna make it just to see what it looks like. But I just thought that was really cool nowadays with so much technology, and now with the music and everything add to that. Um, I think I asked you about this too. So you're doing a lot in real life stuff? Will you be doing any like music NFT and connecting those tokens to the music NFT to your in real life events?
Yeah, I might do that once my upcoming EP comes out, because I'll be dropping a single every week starting this week. The first one is coming out on Friday. So maybe when that whole thing is out, I'll do another NFT, because I did an NFT before where it was a physical vinyl of my song, and there was some artwork with that. So it was one piece collectible that someone got. Um, Actually, my singles will come out every 3 weeks, not every week. But
Wow.
yeah, when
And
that all is
how many NFT are available to purchase?
for me,
Yes.
well, right now 0. I mean, there. I also made this one artwork before, and I just saw that someone repurchased it from someone. Um, so I guess that's out somewhere in the world, but it's not under my name anymore. Um, but I would like to release some more NFTs. I just have to think of a cool idea for it.
Well, I love your idea with the vinyl. I feel like vinyl is like it's making a huge comeback. You
Yeah.
people, I blogged about vinyl in 2020, and it wasn't that like and now they say that the companies who are making the vinyl can't meet the demand. It's outrageous. We went from
Wow.
yeah. So I love the idea that you're doing the physical product connecting it to your music, connecting it to the NFT, and I think that's wonderful. But I'm talking about like for future, as far as since you're putting out music every 3 weeks, your fans, your followers can, if you create a token, which includes the part as part of the utilities, which includes the vinyl, which includes a ticket to go see you live if they want to, like, and then because after that it's the secondary market that that's why I'm like, even if someone purchased your original NFT, you should have gotten something for that too, because it would be part of the smart contract, because it's the secondary market. That's when
Yeah.
somebody else buys it. So I thought that'd be kind of cool for you, because I do a lot of music NFT promo, and I work with a lot of the musicians. So that's what they do. And the big thing now is having something to do with the platform. So there's a platform called, actually, I shared it yesterday. They're uploading music, and then they're doing a co-branding with Shopify. So you upload on their platform, and then
Mm-hmm.
the people can get an NFT, and then they can get T-shirts, and they get all that stuff too. But Shopify
Mm-hmm.
fulfills it.
Mm. Yeah, I've been seeing that Shopify is huge. Like, people are making a lot of money on that. So I guess it's also involved with NFTs now. You can link that.
They've been working with a whole bunch of brands, I mean, but I think that it's expensive to get, like, for a small person to use it. It's like $2,000 to get involved with them. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's always more things that are being added to the virtual game.
So I'm gonna find that story. I'm gonna share it in here
Mm-hmm.
so that we can see it. So in the speech bubble, if anybody finds a story you should, you want us to share, go ahead and put it down here. So let me ask you something. When you were a little girl, did you saw yourself as a performer, and got into music? I mean, did you take piano lessons or singing lessons?
Yeah, I started off with classical guitar lessons, and at first it was too strict for me, the instructor, and the way I had to sit properly and play it properly. But after that, I still liked guitar, so I started to take rock guitar lessons at my school after school, and then also singing lessons in parallel from this really nice Italian lady. And this all started because I went to my first concert, the Black Eyed Peas, in Warsaw, Poland, and I saw them perform, and I was awestruck by their confidence and their flow on stage, and I wanted to do that from that moment on. So then I got into a lot of also musicals and plays. I performed in Poland's biggest theater, Roma. I performed "Somebody to Love" by Queen with like a whole choir in the back. That was, I think, one of my first biggest performances. And after that, I also performed at Sunfest. You probably know Sunfest. There was like 40,000 people there, so that was a big deal for me as well. And my recent concerts were in LA, in the Hotel Cafe, and before that in Brooklyn. So I want to keep going to different places to perform, and discovering the world like that is something I want to do in parallel with my music.
That's wonderful. And like, what brings you back to Boca? Like, besides this concert, so do you have a tour date?
Yeah, we're planning a tour for later this year on the East Coast in some of the biggest cities. But also, my family lives in Florida. So I was in Germany during the whole pandemic, and my performances had to stop, as you can imagine. So, and everything was open in Florida, even while Germany was slowly getting back on to live shows. So I just decided to move continents yet again, because I've done this before, and come back here to right away start performing. And I made another band very quickly, and that's what we've been doing
So how would you describe your music?
My music, I call it alien pop, which is sort of like pop, but out of this world. It's very influenced by the cosmos and the different things that can be outside of our grasp that we haven't discovered yet. I like to tap into my imagination and use that in my music. And also, traveling inspires my music a lot. So it has a bit of worldly influences, but I like to think that it gets your body moving. And it feels like a party in your head when you listen to my music.
I'm gonna have to check it out before your performance on Saturday.
Yeah,
So
so maybe you can sing along. That would be very cool.
So the story I told you about it was called Blockchain Music App Single Announces Collaboration with Shopify Normalizing NFTs for Creator. So what I would do is I can share you that link on the DM. But because it's according to this story that for the first time creatives can now sell NFTs on Shopify, one of the largest digital e-commerce platform, through Single, a Solana blockchain music and video company. And so many creators ranging from musicians to YouTube influencers often create merchandise as a way of building community, but managing inventory, sourcing supplies is a full-time job on its own. Since 2006, Shopify has served as a pillar in the creative economy, allowing them to connect their fans with merchandise without taking on the burden of all the logistics that come with the territory. So through Single, you can they handle everything, and then the purchases, the store is in Shopify. So I'd love to see you take a look at that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Actually, I sell my merch through Shopify, but not the NFT, so I'm gonna have to look into that.
So what kind of merch do you have? Do you have T-shirts? Do you have phone cases?
Yeah, I have t-shirts and a sweatshirt. It's I have a very simple and easy design that people seem to really like out right now. It's an alien face with headphones, and it says Maresha Alien Pop. So yeah, most of them are black, simple with my logo, but I do wish to expand my merch for sure. I want to make some cool merch for the next releases, and that is something to think about for sure.
So I looked at your Wikipedia page, which is really cool. So you perform at MTV?
Yeah, my music video was played on there. I think that was New Revolution. New Revolution was also one of the first music videos. I think it was the first one I made. So you guys can look that up if you want to see my evolution, my music sound evolution, and also the way I looked. I was a little kid back then.
I love you in red hair, though. You got some vibrant red hair. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Do you think that was real?
I mean, like, it's just the whole look. It was just that I just really think that's incredible. Was that a beautiful wig?
Yeah, it was a wig. Yeah. But I pretended it was real, and I was wearing it for some months with every social media thing I did, so that people thought that it was my real hair. Kind of like what Billie Eilish did, I guess. But I did it before her.
Before her?
Yeah.
Wow, I love all your, wow, I love I'm looking at your Wikipedia page. That's incredible. Yeah, so I'm so excited that you reached out to me. That's just incredible. I didn't even, that's the first thing I was like, you have to come on Monday because we need to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm also excited to hear other stories. And your story, Tanya, I would like to know more about you and what you do, because I find this NFT and virtual reality world very interesting, and I haven't really been focusing on it in the last months because, like we said, I've been pushing my live show at the moment, so I'm not up to date on all that stuff.
Well, I'm the president of the Women in Communication Untitled Chapter. I got elected in 2008, so I've been on again, off again. I got into it because I'm originally from Vietnam. My family, I was raised to believe that women are to be heard, not seen. So, and as a little girl growing up in this wonderful country, I mean, my mother worked for the American government during the Vietnam War, so I was one of the lucky ones to come over here in 1975. So I was raised, in a time where, it was a totally different era and different things, and women were just, we had to wear a lot of different hats and never really got credit for it. So with that in the back of my mind, I always felt like I could do anything I wanted to. So I've been on my own since I was 16 years old. I've done everything I've ever wanted. And then one day I wanted to get into communications and started my company, my ad agency back in 2006. I specialize in, that's why my handle is No Aging, because my company's called No Aging Inc. So my goal is to help, and my clients are mostly longevity researcher, age reversal, biotech. That's my specialty. But along the way, I got really obsessed with social media. So I'm an early adopter, and been using uh, social media since 2007. And Emily and I actually met through like just from social media club, South Florida, and tweet ups, and because the South Florida Twitter community was huge at one time. That's how we didn't know each other by our first name. We just like Emily. I only knew her as Emily on the app. So um, this chapter, the South Florida chapter, we're one of the first chapter to embrace social media. So we got the first Twitter handle, we got Facebook. We like this was how we educated and taught our members and followers. So through that, I have literally have just done whatever I felt like, like you say, like you saw the music that you want to create, and you're living your journey. I have always felt that social media and communication is such a key aspect. So, and especially when it comes to blogging, publishing, it goes hand in hand, And at one time, Women Communication, our national chapter, we originally was founded in a University of Washington for journalism, for women journalism newspaper. And I think it was the second one in the country at the time. And it started out with 7 women. So with that in mind, so as the time went by, like we had Eleanor Roosevelt, we had Barbara Walters, one of us. Mostly it was journalism. And as you know, because of social media, because we all have this wonderful equipment, which is our smartphone, Android or iOS, where we have the power to publish. And so back in 2010, I mean, as the president of Women Communication, I really wanted to focus more on the mommy bloggers. So the mommy bloggers at the time, moms, once you become a mother at one time, it did not give you power. You made no money. You were like, you couldn't really support your children or anything. So because of technology, because the ability to publish on the go and share your content, the power of mommy bloggers, one mommy blog, awesome. But could you imagine having all these mommies from all over the world blogging and sharing each other's information and content? That creates power. So the mommy bloggers went on to become very influencer. We know Emily and we know quite a few, and so we try to feature that. And then I myself believe that artists are communicators. You are an artist, you are communicating with your art. So I push for that. I said, artists should be part of women in communication because you are sharing your art. So I went on to push on for that, and then graphic artist, web designer. Again, anything you do to share how you communicate, it's art. So what I wanted to do also was we went on to last year start talking about women NFT artists as communicators, and that is the most important thing that I thought that was so true, because art itself, NFT, virtual and real life, no matter how you present it, it's still a communication. So that's part of my empowerment story. And another one I can tell you about is in the 90s, I used to throw raves for a living. Back in the 90s, I was the only woman promoter. So that's where my touch is when it comes to music and believing in different things. And so my empowerment is look around you, find something no one else is doing, and don't be afraid to do it. That's my empowerment. And Emily, what's your empowerment story?
My empowerment story. All right. Well, let's see. I was in college when I first got into doing public relations and marketing. I went to school for theater and for film, and I was doing cabaret, and we needed to promote for the show. So I started calling press and realizing, wow, I'm actually pretty good at this. So I switched my major and minored in theater and went for international business and marketing. And that was empowering in itself because that was the first big life change that my family was like, okay, we've just spent all this money for theater and now you're going to switch things up. So I had to empower myself then to be like, yeah, I'll take out some student loans and things and pay for this myself, but I'm going to do it. And went to school for that, graduated, and immediately went into my first PR job and worked for several corporate firms for a long time. Well, actually, worked first for a very small firm that trained me in everything I know, and all the reasons I feel I'm amazing at PR is really from them. And then I went to a few corporate firms and realized that that was not for me. The corporate life is just not my jam. I need to be able to get out of an office and wander and make my own schedule and have some autonomy there. So, after, gosh, like 5 or 6 years of going to different firms like that, but learning what I could from each one, I started Mugsy. And that was in 2012. I was actually watching We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon, and he said, all you need in life is 20 seconds of courage. And I was like, I have 20 seconds of courage. I'm going to quit this job and start my own. So I wrote a resignation letter that night, sent it in, woke up the next morning going, what the heck did I just do? But yeah, that's how Mugsy began. And we started with just a laptop and myself sitting on a couch trying to figure out how to start an agency. And now it's myself and my husband who run it together. And we have several employees and contractors that we work with. We're a great team of 7 at this point. And over the last 10 years, I have learned how to run a business, do accounting, deal with clients, manage employees, and really just empowering myself and then taking that and working to empower other women. So I work a lot with women's organizations and with you, Tanya, here through AWC, and just trying to support other women and give opportunities where we can, because women in business need to stick together. I say it like every week here: collaboration, not competition. And I'm feeling empowered these days to try some new things as well. So we've launched a new event division. I do have a performance background. I've always done performing in theater and burlesque and all of that. So some of that is getting integrated in some of the new things we're doing as well. We're planning some new fun social events on the business side. We're even doing weddings for some of our clients who have come to us now. So that's a new thing. And overall, my empowerment story is just like, I truly believe that women can have it all if we work together. So I've got 4 kids. They're my stepkids, but I've got 2 amazing co-moms that I work with on everything having to do with the children, which makes it possible, and my husband, of course, which makes it possible to run the business. And I've got amazing friends who, on days when I'm crazy with work and need to like pick up some milk at the store, they'll help me out. And I believe it's all about community. And again, we empower each other, and then we can have it all in life and be able to find that work-life balance and take some time off and all. And I find that to be the most empowering thing, because who doesn't need a day off to rest? Burnout is a real thing. So I find it empowering to get to a point in life where that collaboration is all starting to pay off.
Ditto on that. Yay. I just have to do this. So this is so incredible. Let's go. So Terry, you want to? I love it, Emily. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited.
Thank you. And
Emily and I have been
honestly,
friends for a long time, by the way. Like, we've known each other for a long time. Like I said, I only knew Emily as Emily on the app.
I know, it's
For the
so funny.
longest
It's like no aging. Of course I know her, but I'm like, I don't know her real name. I just know no aging, I know, but honestly, like, so much of what I've done has been empowered and supported through AWC and through you and through Terry and through everyone who's walked through these doors and like worked with us. And um I being part of the organization itself is empowering, because you see so many women doing such kick-ass stuff and you're just like, I have to go forth and conquer. And every week I hear the women coming on here and speaking, and then I hang up and I'm like, okay, take it on the week, gotta go do cool stuff for women. So I love these Monday morning empowerment, empower yourself Mondays. These are the best spaces to me.
I love it too. And then Terry, who is our VP. She has an incredible empowerment story too. And she's done some great stuff. Terry, do you want to share it with us?
Hello. Sure. So what we're doing is we're just like talking about what brought us to where we are today. So I'm just going to say it probably, hopefully as quickly as possible because it's a lot. When I graduated high school, I immediately got a job in a bank, which was the best job I could have gotten because working in a bank, everybody trusts you after that in any other job that you apply for. While I was at the bank, I applied to be an Eastern Airlines flight attendant. I was in Hollywood, Florida at the time, and got that job. It was 6 weeks boot camp training. Had to wear hose and makeup every day to class. And they don't tell you where you're going to be stationed until you graduate. And I was stationed in New York without a winter coat. I was a beach bunny. So that was a culture shock. But I ended up staying in New York, working at an insurance company and then in the garment center where I met my husband, made lots of money. And we decided to have a family in Dallas because there was a garment center in Dallas as well, the Dallas Apparel Mart. So I had my girls there. I have 2 girls, born and raised. They worked and live in Dallas. My older one actually had come here to do nursing, to become a nurse. She decided to have a change of venue. Meanwhile, with me, I worked for American in 1994, American Airlines, HR. Had the best experience there, learned so much. And 9/11 happened, and I didn't get laid off or anything, but I thought, you know what, we could close anytime. Let me do something else, and became a certified Pilates instructor, which opened a whole new world for me regarding spirituality and yoga and massage and just like really diving deep into that. And here I am now in Florida. I moved back to Florida to take care of my folks, and Dad passed, and I'm still with Mom. And I am working with a retreat, very holistic retreat in Deerfield Beach, and I do access bars, Reiki, Pilates, yoga, meditation. I'm huge on meditation. I do feel that meditation has kept me together regarding everything that's gone on. My husband actually passed in 2019. It was a horrible, horrible death. So I am living the dream right now. I'm living the dream. So, and Tanya has been extremely instrumental. She introduced me to Harold, who owns the retreat, and it's just been a blessing. It's just been a blessing helping people get well, water fasting, juice cleansing, and plant-based diet. So that's my story.
This is great. And then Brent, I think Brent is here in here too. Brent, if you want to grab the mic, you're welcome to. If you want to share your empowerment story, because Brent has a really an incredible story also. But I think I'm not sure if he's at work or not. So, but today is I'm not live streaming this episode. We're trying out this new platform. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be recorded and it's going to be uploaded right once this is done. It's going to go right up to YouTube, and then we're going to stream it out from there. Just try. And that's another thing with me, Richard. It's like I sit around and test try different platform and how people can see the content. So today, because our guest, I was so excited about our guest. I thought was today. We moved. It was next week, and I did it. So I already set up the event page and everything. So that's why today I just thought, yeah, let's just talk a little bit about empowerment and what it means to us. And so I'm so happy that you are here because, again, like I did not expect to, like, I don't know. I don't know why it is, because before, in the old days when Emily, I don't know if you feel this way too, but in the old days, I remember just going onto Twitter and all I see was people from South Florida.
Yes.
And now I don't see nobody. Now I just see people from all over the world.
Same. I have it filtered, so I still have my a category that says South Florida social media tweeps, and those are Yeah, and like that, I always go to there and just kind of see like what's everybody local doing. But my main feed is like you said, it's filled, it's global. Like we've expanded our network so much through Twitter alone from what it was when we first jumped on here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like it's a different like it's you want to go local, but you become global. It's kind of interesting how many different or people we meet, especially when it comes to women. Like we meet women from all over the world and all the different things that they have to go through, and just talking about what the last 3 years was like for them and how much has changed.
Yep.
And when I go on Facebook, it's just I don't see anybody anymore. So I feel like that's why I'm not trying to spend some more time on Facebook again. But I don't see that the same in the old days. It seemed like before the lockdown, we were seeing everybody's posts that we follow, right? Or they're your friends, you see them. Now it's like all I see is mostly news information.
Yeah, I see a lot of news, a lot of advertising and spam and things like that. Facebook has kind of filtered into being more of that and a place where I go to just post photos so that they come up in my memories in the future.
Yeah, that's where I
Um,
go to make sure I don't, just in case if I get Alzheimer or anything, I can go
right,
back.
right, go back. I would say, like, to me, it's Twitter, Instagram. Those are like my two absolute favorites. I love TikTok for my clients personally. I don't really have one for me, but love it for business. But for me to connect with people, it's Instagram and Twitter across the board.
I'm thinking about going back on Snapchat. What do you think about Snapchat? Is it still going, or they say I like the Snapchat because all the filters.
Yeah, I think it's still going. We still haven't found on the business side ways to really get it to convert as far like at one point it was really popular and we were seeing like conversion of people using the filters when we created them and doing event filters and all of that, and now all of that has kind of slid over to TikTok. So I think it's still, it's still popular. It still has millions of users. I would never disparage Snapchat, and I love the filters. I play with them with the kids and stuff, but I don't know. TikTok, I'm a big fan of everything they're integrating there, and of course everything they do there is now inspiring Instagram to copy them. So we're getting new features on Instagram every day, which is good too.
Well, Instagram is building NFT too, so you can
Yep.
publish a picture and or a snippet and become an NFT. But I I always thought that an NFT you try to have it so that it can be one of a kind. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, like, if somebody can take somebody's image, an NFT, and then they can turn around and put a couple layers on it and becomes a different NFT,
Right.
and then mint that, and then what's the deal with that? So
Yep. The whole NFT world is fascinating, but I still don't quite understand exactly what you can mint and call it original. So, yeah.
right. So, Marisha, that's. I hope that answered your questions. Some of our empowerment stories.
Yeah, thank you guys for sharing that. Yeah, I'm also very much into biohacking and being healthy. I don't know if you also read the book Lifespan by David Sinclair, but that was one of the ones that introduced me to biohacking. And other than that, also, I believe in what you said, Terry, about juicing and eating healthy and meditating. It's the key to living a long and healthy life. So that's also what I do. So it's nice to hear that there are more people in the world that are interested in health and take it seriously.
Because they say a healthy mind is a happy mind, body, mind, soul. If you're healthy, you tend to be happy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, health is the greatest wealth.
That is 100% true there. I agree. And mental health as well, not just physical, but mental also, I think is like the most important thing.
They say that
Yes,
your gut is your second brain when it
that's
comes to
true.
mental health, also.
That's true. If you feel something in your gut, like when you're making a decision or something, and it doesn't feel right, it hurts in your gut, then it's a wrong thing to do.
Yeah, I'm into life extension. So everything that you're talking about when it comes to David Sinclair, I follow him. His
Yeah.
lifespan book covers pretty much the same protocols that I've been working with. I work with the organization Age Reversal Network, which is where the researchers and biohackers and testers, people who are testing different things. Here comes Brent. I'm gonna give him the mic. We're always doing different things, so I can send you some info on that, so you can check it out. So I'm
Yeah,
so
for
happy you're
sure.
into biohacking. I didn't that I didn't know until now. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's another technology that's always also evolving. So I want to stay on top of that.
Yeah, I'll definitely. We can definitely talk a lot about that. I can geek out with that all day long with you. So we have about 9 minutes. I want to give Brent a microphone. He has been a huge supporter to AWCSF. So good morning, Brent. How are you?
Good. You?
We're doing great. Do you want to share with us? We have about 9 minutes left. I figured I'd let you share your empowerment story.
I've been inspired so much with AWCSF and everything that's being done to be able to share my empowerment story this morning. Tanya has been a big supporter of my empowerment. Watching me go from being very shy for speaking in spaces and now hosting spaces and speaking in them and working on blog and starting blogging and everything journalism.
Yeah, we Brent and I met in a space back last year, a little bit over a year ago, and to watch him start blogging and interviewing people and bringing and creating some incredible spaces and talking about disability and bringing people who are helping the disabled and bringing up the new technology too has been a lot of fun too.
And being Tanya's secretary for NFT for a cause.
Yes, and being my secretary for NFT for a cause, he's found me some really good project to feature. So you're more like the producer. You're not the secretary. You're the producer.
And now about to dive into the NFT space and work on an NFT project for wheelchairs.
You want to kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's all inspired about giving back and maybe working with a charity who gives wheelchairs to uh, have an NFT project and then donate the money for wheelchairs.
I love that. I think that's really important, especially nowadays. I think the technology has like. Have you seen some of the latest tech wheelchair? Oh my gosh, it does a lot, and they're tiny too. They move around. We should
And
do a we
and
should do a space about
and
that.
and, and I'm happy to have a friendship with Tanya because she has been helping me through the journalism world of how to blog and how to be an incredible blog about Perpetual Life Tanya's Church.
Yeah, I belong to it's a church, but we're more about technology and health. So we've been trying to get David Sinclair to speak there. By the way, we George Church is the other biotech. He's part of the Harvard, so he's the other person that.
And Tanya was astonished when she saw my first ever blog.
Yes, you did a great job, Brent. So
And I'm
Brent, thank you.
excited to I'm excited to speak with you, Brent, in September
Yes.
for the PR and
September
journalism
19th,
space.
Emily Taffel will be fortunate enough to be on my panel of journalism and PR.
Yes, and I cannot wait for that. It's a topic near and dear to my heart, and I'm so excited that you're putting that space together. I
And
can't wait
I'm
to be a
sure
part.
Tanya will be there being my co-host and live streaming.
Yes, I will be blasting it all over the internet and let people know. I hope you got Tanya, the other Tanya. to join?
We have Tanya and Debbie.
Wow, that's going to be a really good panel.
Yeah, I'm super excited about
Because
that
I
one. I
know
can't
how
wait.
much you enjoy Debbie, Tanya.
Well, Debbie was my old co-host, and Debbie's done a lot with PR and journalism. And Emily, my gosh, Emily could tell. Emily does so. Emily's PR is more of like the experience. She tries to create events around an experience, which is why I think why we get along so great, because we have that same vision. Because really, people will spend time and money on an experience. They, back in the day when you buy just to collect to get things, it's not a big thing anymore. It's more like, what kind of experience can they get by attending or by being there.
And my favorite part of Monday is Terry.
Me too.
Thank you.
Me too. So it is about 4 minutes left. So I wanted to let Marisha do a closing thoughts and also tell us the time and date again at your next performance.
So the performance is on Saturday. It starts at 8:30 in Crazy Uncle Mike's in Boca Raton. Yes, so that will be awesome, and I hope I can see some of you or all of you there. And I feel very happy to have joined this your talk today. And yeah, I hope we can stay in touch and talk about all the things that are interesting to both all of us, because it seems like we have similar interests. Yeah, and thank you so much for sharing your stories, and I hope that I can keep creating my empowerment stories as I live my life and keep putting out music, keep touring the world, and finding out ways how to feel better, feel younger, and feel more energized, and to inspire others to also live their best life through sharing myself through music.
Well, thank you for being here. Any final thoughts, Brent?
Well, as Tanya always says this one, and I live by it every day. My success is your success.
That's very true. Yeah, it's about working together. And when you see someone's success, it should inspire you. It should show you what you're capable of and not make you feel less than.
So, Terry, any final words?
I'm just thrilled to death that we have this program once a week. Every week it gets better and better with the engagement that we have. And I just love learning these new things that people are doing. And I love being able to lead it off with the breath work and the meditation. I think that's important as well.
I agree. And
Yes,
Emily,
thank
any
you for
final
doing
thoughts?
that.
You're welcome. I want to see you perform.
Yeah, do you think you can make it out on
I think
Saturday?
so. My daughter's here and she would love that because she's a performer herself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, doesn't do it professionally anymore, but yeah, I would love to do that. And I pass that place all the time on Federal Highway.
Oh, then it's about time.
It's a fun place
Yeah.
too. You'll like it, Terry. Crazy Uncle Mike's is a lot of fun.
It
So
sounds like a lot of fun. The name of
yeah,
it. Is it this Saturday at 8:30?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm writing it down.
cool.
Yeah.
And Emily, what's your final thoughts?
my final thought is I think we need a field trip this Saturday night. So we should definitely all chat about that and go check out this show. And
Yeah.
just to say to everybody, join us next Monday too, because we have an amazing guest coming on next Monday. And I love doing these every week. And it's always great to see everyone popping in and joining us. And yeah, just hope everybody has a great Monday and a great week.
Yeah.
Everybody have a
Thank
great
you.
week. Yeah, we're gonna be live streaming. We're gonna live stream this actual space onto Facebook and because it's on YouTube right now. But we're doing another this whole. I'm doing this beta testing for this company. We're going to check it out and see how many views we can, or listeners we can get out of it. So we're having our Google Business Maps and all our different social networks. So we'll be live streaming this space out. And again, everybody, thank you so much. And if you have anyone out there that has an incredible empowerment story, please have them DM us or reach out to us. And again, we'll be back next Monday at 10 a.m. for another Empower Yourself Monday. And the next week's special guest will be Michelle Olsen Rogers. She is known as at Modern Boca Mom. And again, she was supposed to be our guest today, but she wasn't. I was just so excited to see her name on the calendar that I made subconsciously. I was like, I'm going to will her here. But she'll be here next week at 10 a.m. And I'm hoping to bring Marisha back to have her own space about herself and play some of her music and talk about how incredible times that she has performed and what she's done. And I appreciate you for being here. And again, everybody have a great day. And thank you, Jasmine, for popping in. And everyone, enjoy your Monday. Stay
Great
empowered.
week, everybody. Love
Bye,
you.
everybody. Until next week.
Thank you. I hope you guys all have a great week. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.